Because of the overwhelming support on the channel recently, I'm going to be giving away one of my CC4 titanium white zombies to one lucky winner. And all you've got to do is follow these 3 simple steps. First of all, make sure you are subscribing to the channel and turning on post notifications so you don't miss a future upload. Second of all, make sure you have dropped a like on today's video and simply comment those details down below. As soon as I do see the channel clock over to 320,000 subscribers, I will be giving this thing away. So best of luck to every single one of you, and yeah, enjoy the video. Okay, so today we're going to be going through how I spent my last 100 days on alternative accounts and how much easier and more difficult it was to get myself the profit and just how much profit we made. Alright guys, so welcome back to the channel. I hope you're having a fantastic and safe day as always, and today we are going to be reviewing my past 100 days and going through the best and easiest way to make yourself profit. So honestly, I feel like this is definitely one of the best videos out there, up to date anyway, on how to make yourself a ton of profit. So I'm going to make the intro short, but if you are new around here, want to stick around for daily Rocket League content, make sure you're subscribing to the channel and turning on post notifications. In the future, if you want to see a 100 to 200 day progression video, let's go for 5k thumbs up and I'll definitely make that happen. And yeah, let's jump straight into it. Quickly before we do jump into this video, I'd love to give a huge shout out to the fan favorite sponsor on the channel, Aoa.com. So I've been working with these guys for several years now, and they're the fastest and most reliable place to pick up any Rocket League item, and by using the code in the description, you're going to get yourself 6% off every single purchase. Alright, so starting things off with days 1 to 50. Basically, this whole section was my Nothing to White Dominus series and was on a different alternative account, but at the same time, starting from fresh, we made a ton of profit to say the least. This series right here was a representation of how to warm up, because I haven't been trading on Nothing Somethings for a very long time before this, and basically, yeah, I got warmed up with this series and I made a ton of profit, but nowhere near as much as the Black Dice series, which we're going to talk about very, very soon. But yeah, the full analysis from days 1 to 50 is going to be linked down below if you do want to check that out, but that's so outdated and nowhere near as good. But let's move on to the Dicey. So basically, I'm going to be selecting the best trade from every single episode I did of my Nothing to Black Dicey series. So first of all, we've got this one right here for the Great Insidio. So you're going to see on the spreadsheet right there, 500, 600, how are we paying 300? And that's because it's so hard to sell. And that's why I can recommend when you're a smaller trader, because realistically, if you're buying something that's really hard to sell, but it's expensive on the spreadsheet, all you need to do is just pray you find someone that checks the spreadsheet and goes, right, okay, I'll pay that value. Because yeah, we got a Striker Electroshock, which at the time was still a bit of an underpay, but for the fact we paid 300 for it, technically anyway, we're paying 300 for the Electroshock. Episode 2, literally nothing happened except from this trade right here, and this completely set us off for so much profit in the long run. So yeah, the fireworks basically came out like a week before recording this, so obviously they're going to be really rare on the spreadsheet. And yeah, the Cobalt at the time was worth like 2k, and you can see right there it's dropped heavily. But yeah, buying the Striker version was incredibly good, because when something brand new comes out and you get a Striker painted version, there is going to be a demand there, because realistically you're going to have one of the only ones in the game. And I got myself such an overpay right there with a Fire God and also a Lime Voxel as well. So yeah, that's why I can recommend, if you get a Striker painted black market within like the first week, you are going to be set. So once again in episode 3, it was a little bit boring on the market. Nothing was really doing anything, because considering the fact this is nearly a month ago, the market wasn't really exploding at the time. And yeah, I just thought the easiest way to make myself profit is to buy and sell these easy black markets. So Dissolver, probably one of the most high in demand black markets in the game, and yeah, obviously buying it for such a cheap price, selling it so easily for the maximum just by consistently listing on Rocket League trading posts. So yeah, just keep listing on there with the maximum value, and I can pretty much guarantee you'll get that eventually. So episode 4 taught me about octanes, and honestly right now I wouldn't really recommend octanes, but at the same time, most of the time anyway, they are going to be ridiculously good to make profit, because they're always going to have a demand. Realistically, the octane is the most high in demand car in the game right now, and always will be the most popular in my opinion. So yeah, they're always going to have that demand right there. And Lime, especially because of Musty using it, the biggest Rocket League YouTuber on the platform, realistically there's always going to be a demand there. So yeah, obviously buying it for a cheap price right there, selling it for a massive black market overpay, you could definitely do the same. Episode 5 once again wasn't really the most interesting episode, but I bought an item and sold it for a ton of profit, and it's going to be my first RLCS item of the series, and it's going to be the Burnt Sienna Emeralds. And emeralds right now, if you take a look at the spreadsheet, let's just say they've been dropping just a bit, because they're way too high for their own good, and then the market started crashing, so they dropped rapid. I can't even put into words how fast, but yeah, I feel like they're definitely going to go up in the future. But obviously paying like 1.65, selling right there for 2.5, it is just so free. Like, amazing profit right there. Episode 6, we're going to talk about this one certain wheel that made me a ton of profit every single time, and it was probably one of the easiest items to flip of my life, and it's going to be the black Oem Wheels. So honestly, the Oem Wheels right now, the black Sterns, the black Dices obviously, and the black, what is it, Tunicas, etc., like the black Velours, there's so many more, are all so good to sell right now. I don't know what it is, but the demand is ridiculous, and I got myself above the maximum value. As you can see right there, it's 1.6, got 1.7 after paying literally just over a K. So that is what I mean. If you're buying items that are really high in demand for a ridiculous underpay, you are going to make a ton of profit guaranteed. So moving into episode 7, we are starting to deal with some bigger items right there. We've got a Julian Dragon's Gold Explosion, and we do sell it right there for ridiculous overpay because I knew the Julian was going to drop. It's been dropping recently, as you can see on the spreadsheet right there, and we get some white zombies and also a heat wave, which at the time was like 500 credits profit, but right now would be like 1.5k. It's ridiculous. And obviously, like the white zombies, massive demand right there. They're probably the most iconic item as well as heat wave in the game in Rocket League history. So yeah, it was really easy to sell this thing. So with episode 8, we start to dive into Painted Dominus, which at the time was amazing, but now if you take a look at the spreadsheet once again with the market crash, the fool has arrived for Painted Dominus. And yeah, on the spreadsheet it's going for about 3k, as you can see right there. But at the time, this was still a really good trade, to be fair, because the Zom was selling about 4k, getting myself Strike White Zombers, then immediately selling the Strike White Zombers for a Julian Dragons, because White Zombers so high in demand. So yeah, if you do want to buy an item that's probably the most secure in the game, White Zombers is definitely going to be a big shout. So episode 9 taught me about investing, because the White Fennec at the time was skyrocketing massively. Literally, I bought this thing for 16,500 credits, waited, literally had it in my inventory for the nothing to something, and bang, sold it for about 21 to 22,000 credits. So that is what I mean. If you're early to investments, you can make an absolute ton of profit. Episode 10, I was really grasping for anything I can get my hands on because there wasn't really anything going on in that episode, really. But this, once again, Dissolver really high in demand, and Painted Dracos are okay right now. I'm not going to lie to you, say they're really good, because realistically they're not. But still, I got myself a massive overpay by using the spreadsheet to my advantage, because yeah, the Sterns are really low on the spreadsheet, but they sell really easily. And also that Gravity Bomb, really high on the spreadsheet, but really hard to sell. So it sort of worked out evenly, but yeah, we made a ton of profit from this trade. So with episode 11, once again, it just reiterates my point about how black uncommon wheels and black like exo wheels, etc., if they're non-cray, you can make an absolute ton off them, because yeah, these things on the spreadsheet worth 2k, selling for about 3.5 right now. And yeah, obviously sniping this thing because this guy wanted a spreadsheet value. I paid a little bit less. We paid 1.5k and made like double profit. So that is what I mean. They are so good. And yeah, with episode 12, it was obviously the finale right there, getting myself the black dicey wheels and paying, I think it was, yeah, 16,000 credits, and obviously the white Fennec, which was going up, but it's been a bit steady recently, so I don't know what it's doing. But yeah, the black dice is on the spreadsheet. Oh, let's just say they've been dropping a bit, but obviously for the quick and easy profit, I could definitely sell these things for like over 35k, and obviously just make myself the credits back. So yeah, that is it for today, I do believe. As I said previously, if you do want to see a sequel and going from 100 to 200 days, let's go for 5,000 thumbs up, and I'll definitely make that happen. Make sure you're subscribing if you're new as well to not miss out on any future content, and yeah, I'll see you tomorrow.